One day, Emperor Akbar was having his hair cut from the royal barber. Midway through the cut, the royal barber asked the permission of the emperor to discuss an urgent matter with him. "Oh Emperor, I saw a dream yesterday night. Your father, the great Humayun, blessed me with his presence in the dream. He ordered me to tell you that he is happy in heaven and is really pleased with how you are taking care of the kingdom." Hearing these words from the barber, Akbar became sad. "What else did my great father say?" Akbar asked. "Your father told me that he is very happy and content. But he says that heaven is very boring and he wants some entertainment. If you were to send Birbal to him, he would be very pleased. Whenever he sees Birbal from heaven, he becomes happy with his wit and constantly praises Birbal's smartness." After the haircut, Akbar asked for Birbal to come and see him immediately. When Birbal reached, he saw the emperor pacing around his room. He understood that something is wrong. "What concerns you, great emperor?" Birbal inquired. "Birbal, I am really pleased with you. However, as the royal barber informed me, my father in heaven gets bored without any kind of entertainment. Hence, he wants to meet you." Akbar begrudgingly informed Birbal about the discussion he had with the royal barber. "So my dear servant, I want you to go to heaven and entertain my father, grandfather, and other ancestors." Birbal gave the request some thought and replied, "Sure, I would love to do this for the great emperor. However, I want you to give me a week's time to say proper goodbyes to all my family members. Also, another 3 weeks of isolation to repent for my sins, so that I reach heaven directly. And I also wish to have my funeral in front of my house." Akbar was pleased to see the loyalty of Birbal and rewarded him with lots of gold and jewelry. He also gave Birbal the 1 month he had asked for. He also instructed all ministers and courtiers to not disturb Birbal with any work in his last 3 weeks. After the month was over, Birbal arranged for his funeral in front of his house. He lied down on the funeral pyre, and after saying a proper goodbye to everyone, his son burnt the pyre. Birbal was dead. Although Akbar was sad that his dear friend died, he was happy believing that his ancestors now had someone to entertain them. Akbar missed Birbal every day, but the other ministers were happy. Their scheming made Akbar's daily tasks difficult. Only Birbal was here to help him out. Months passed by in such a sad state. After nearly 6 months, one day, when Akbar was busy with an administrative duty, Birbal suddenly came to his courtroom. Everyone was shocked to see him standing in front of them. Could it be someone else? Someone who looked like Birbal? No, it was Birbal. He looked the same as before, except for the fact that he now had a very long beard and long dirty unkempt hair. This wasn't his usual self, something was wrong. Confused, Akbar asked him how it was possible that a dead man is standing in front of the court. "Good Emperor, your father and grandfather and your other ancestors bless you. They treated me well, just like you do. And I did my best to entertain them," Birbal replied. "That's good to know, Birbal. But how are you alive, and why do you have such long hair and beard?" Akbar asked curiously. "Dear Emperor, everything in heaven is awesome. Your ancestors are having lots of fun there. But there is a problem, there's no barber there. So I was not able to get a haircut or get my beard shaved, and this happened within 6 months. Your ancestors have been there for ages. They are tripping over their beards and falling down while walking. And this is why they sent me back to Earth, to request you to send your royal barber to them. This way they can get the desired haircut. Akbar immediately ordered the royal barber to be called. When he initially refused, Akbar ordered for him to be killed, so that he can go to heaven to serve the emperor's ancestors. Facing death, the royal barber fell on the feet of Birbal and asked for forgiveness. Birbal asked him to ask for forgiveness from the emperor and explain to the emperor why he doesn't want to go to heaven. The royal barber repeatedly cried in front of the emperor and kept asking to be spared. He explained, "My kind emperor, our minister Birbal is the cleverest person in your court. Because of this, many ministers are very jealous of him. As you have given many rewards to Birbal, they wanted to get him killed. For that purpose, they came to me and told me to make up the story about your father. Please forgive me." Akbar asked the names of the ministers. After hearing their side, Akbar understood that they had tried to get Birbal killed. The emperor ordered all of them to pay hefty fines to Birbal, and they were removed from the royal court. The royal barber was sentenced with 6 months of prison. After all this was settled, Akbar asked Birbal for forgiveness. "But tell me, Birbal, how did you survive your funeral? And why did you take the 1-month leave?" Akbar couldn't understand how a man could survive from fire. "During the 1-month leave, I constructed a tunnel from the front of my house to a small room inside the house. During the funeral, I used the tunnel to escape. This is how I survived." Emperor was pleased with Birbal's wisdom and gifted him with lots of treasures and jewelry. Thank you.